The following presentation is brought to you by The Realm Network.
Okay, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. First thing it means is it's football with Miss Paula. Second thing it means here on the Realm Network is we're on Periscope, and we're going to keep this thing streaming because when we do that, people hit Paula and I up on Twitter, and I'm looking at it. And I'm looking over here at Periscope, and we know the boss is working it. So you and I are going to talk real quick. First of all, what are you drinking?
I am drinking. I don't know if you can see. Can you kind of see it?
I see the giant cup of mud.
See how gross that looks? It looks like black coffee, right? Like really strong black coffee.
It looks like the coffee I make.
It's disgusting. We went to this Chinese medicine herb place. Right. And because I believe, and I've always said it, I believe that the Chinese are like the healthiest people in the world. Because they don't take pills, they don't take, you know what I mean?
Are you serious right now?
I swear, they live forever. Have you ever seen an overweight Chinese person?
Yeah, they're called sumo wrestlers.
Okay, they're that way for a reason, because they are sumo wrestlers. But besides them, and aren't they Japanese anyway?
Yeah, but it's like, it's funny. Until
so I got technical on you?
Until you got all literal on me.
Okay, so right, they're the healthiest people in the world.
Right.
And they don't take pills, and it's all herbs, it's trees, it's leaves, it's bark, it's plants, right?
So are you sick?
I'm starting to get sick, but...
So wait a minute. You're not sick. You feel pretty good. You could be getting sick. So you went to the Chinese herbs. There he is.
Oh, God. You're an ass.
That Chinese herbs didn't save you there.
He just can't.
In the background.
Yeah.
Periscope. Paula, to catch everybody up before this airs on Thursday, nothing's wrong with her. She goes to a holistic Chinese herb place and is drinking mud just in case because the Chinese live forever.
No. Listen. So we went to go get a tea that is supposed to help you with your immune system, and it's a detox. And so she brings us into her office, and she does something on my wrist, like checking my pulse, and then she checks my other pulse, this side, and tells me all these things. Like, she's like, you don't sleep very well at night, do you? And I'm like, no. And she's like, do you have stomach problems? I'm like, actually, I do. And then she told me some other stuff, and I'm like, can you give me the lottery numbers too?
This is like a Seinfeld episode.
What?
You're like the one in Seinfeld where George doesn't want to pay the hospital, and he drinks the tea, and he rushes him to the hospital anyway.
No, that's not going to happen.
So you went to a Chinese psychic to drink tea.
She's not a psychic. It's a holistic.
Listen. Did she? What do we got? Well, hold on. What do we got on Periscope here? What kind of cigar? We're talking about holistic Chinese medicine. He wants to know what kind of cigar. It's not Chinese. It's Cordoba and Morales.
It's Cuban.
It's Cuban. It's not even Chinese. It's Cuban.
So I'll tell you what. You smoke your Cuban cigar. I'll drink my nasty mud tea, and we'll see who lives longer.
Okay, so that's it. Periscope. Paula's gonna drink her nasty holistic Chinese tea. I'm gonna smoke my cigars. Wait a minute. If we're gonna see who lives longer, I'm already older than you.
Not by much.
But I win then.
No, not by.
4221 keeps saying hi. So
who is it?
Her name went down. Ania something.
Ania 422221. Hello from Miss Paula and Thursday Football.
Hi,
Paula's
Ania.
Screaming hi. She's waving. Can you bring that around so they can see both of us talking? We have Lacey working the Periscope for us today. Hey, listen. When you China got in.
Say what?
When you went to the Chinese holistic healer,
Yes.
I would have thought you went because you have stomach problems because of that game you went to this weekend.
Oh.
Let's get down and dirty right now.
We're just gonna go right into that.
No, we can't, because here was my thought. For everybody who
something in a day or two.
Randy Helms, the Cowboys fan, tell him I can't wait.
At Douglas Diaz Jr., Bill, give me a shout out. It would blow my mind. I watched wrestling for 20 years.
Douglas Diaz.
Yeah, it went down before I could get
Douglas Diaz Jr. Hello from Bill DeMott on the Bill DeMott Experience and Miss Paula.
Whoa.
So listen to me. We're gonna hey, Periscope, we're gonna get down to business here. Check out the show this Thursday. We're out of here in 3, 2, 1.
Peace.
Peace. We're gonna get the hang of that Periscope thing, and now it's live. We're live on the Realm Network on Thursday. We're live taped. We're taped to live. So listen, I sat here thinking about this all day today.
I didn't.
And I don't have a joke, because we're getting into the meat. We're getting into the meat of this season, and we were on opposite sides of the spectrum. I thought, although we lost, I watched a very good football game with the Giants.
Yeah, you did lose too, didn't you?
Yeah, we lost.
But like 1 point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like we lost by 1 kick, which kind of sums up the whole weekend, because Ronda Rousey, she lost by 1 kick too.
Well, that's what she gets for being a poor sport. Just saying.
That's a lot. I'm going to go into that in a whole different show. What the? I felt bad because you were in Miami.
No,
Miami.
Tampa.
You were in Tampa.
Miami's
this.
Yes, but you know what? I decided with things that are going on here and this whole football season, and I got anxiety right now, so I'm not going to go to Miami because I was going to go for the whole weekend, but I'm going to stay home. I'm probably going to go to Duffy's or something like that and go watch the game.
Oh, there you go. Well, good.
Yeah.
One, it's not worth getting sick over.
No.
And, yeah, you've had a busy week.
Yes. Yep.
But the good news is when I see him pop up in the back of that show now, I can actually acknowledge him.
There you go.
So, but what a crazy week of football. How about Dallas gets rid of Whedon?
I know. What the? And they said he wasn't playing all that well, but I don't see anything. Castle's not doing anything great.
Well, that was it. They said they got rid of him because of the last, if I read it right, it said the last 11 losses that he was involved in. Now, they've gone down 7 in a row, but Castle's had the helm for at least 3 of them.
Yeah. I think more than that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as Castle started playing, that's when we started losing. So, yeah, the last 4 or 5.
They got rid of Whedon. They got rid of one of the running backs.
Joseph Randall.
Yep. And then, Romo's supposed to come back this week. And I was talking to, Pastor Byron, who's a big Dallas fan. I was saying to him, I don't think Romo's in any hurry to come back. I mean, 7 in a row.
Yeah, no.
There's got to be something more to it than just a quarterback.
I know it still hurts. I can't come back yet.
Yeah, I think I would not be surprised this week if he accidentally, signed an autograph and threw his shoulder back out or something. But then
that excuse sounds familiar.
Oh my gosh! Now, how about the flip side? The Giants signed Hakeem Nicks to come back because Victor Cruz is out the whole season because he's going out with surgery for his calf.
I saw that he was out, but I didn't see what it was for.
Yeah, it was his calf, and he was on his way back, and it's just not healing, so he's out with surgery. And these guys are just dropping like flies in week 11.
Yeah, and then who's that? Manziel starting now for Cleveland.
They came out and said the rest of the season, no matter what, he's starting.
Yep. Yeah. No.
There's a lot of what is the shenanigans.
There is, and then let's get to our boy Ed, Greg, whatever we want to call him now, Greg Hardy.
Yeah,
he's a problem child.
But Jason Garrett, all these guys are. This is what I don't get. They say we're standing by him no matter what. stand by him. Stand by him as a man. But you're talking about your team, and you're talking about your reputation, and now public opinion. So you can't, and you know, because you and I can talk public opinion all day long. so now they're losing, and they're back. It seems like they're backing the wrong guys, but whatever.
Yeah. We could talk about public opinion all day long, and we could talk about backing your teammates.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you on the same show with Casey on Face Value, and I'm gonna cut the reins loose and give you the whole show.
Oh, you're gonna see like my head spinning, smoke coming out my ears, my face gonna be red.
I was driving back from Tampa today, and I thought about you, and I started to giggle, and I said, "Heaven help the person who just says hello the wrong way."
Yeah. Well,
but I will go on public record, and you posted that we had a great birthday celebration last week for me. And when I walked in the room, there you were in your Giants shirt. It's just, I mean, that was it for me. Where do I go from there? So
you don't have it to pull up?
Oh, I will. I will. And here, so to put it in the show, here's the picture of Paul celebrating my shirt. That and the fact, I told you now, you went with the Giants 2 weeks in a row. Something's happening. It's happening. It may not happen this season, but it's happening.
Well, like we just said a few seconds back, I will stand by my team. I will back my team.
You are definitely on the side of you sway for nothing.
Correct.
And
I'm not gonna be a hypocrite either. So.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. We're gonna have a whole different conversation one of these days.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into last week.
Oh.
We collectively. Yes. What do you got?
Sorry. Before we get into that, how about, speaking of public opinion, Charlie Sheen?
Hey. What is that?
Well, like everybody has said, did you not expect it? And I'm a Charlie Sheen fan, and I've always been a Charlie Sheen fan, and I will continue to be a Charlie Sheen fan. I'm not going to sleep with him, but I'm going to still be a fan, And now that he's come out and he's told it, well, apparently he knew about it 4 years ago, and I guess people have been blackmailing him. Like, who does that? What a bunch of... That just goes to show you why I hate people.
But so, let me play. I mean, here we are, football on Thursdays with Miss Paula. But let me play devil's advocate here on the Realm Network. I don't know how far you take this guy.
Yeah.
Is the story? How much of the story
is true or not true?
Yeah. Can you believe? And it's terrible to say that, but you figure he's been out of the limelight again for a little while, and this is nothing. I'm not making light of the situation.
Right.
I'm more questioning the 4 years of silence, and I hate to think that that's what he wants from this whole thing.
Is attention?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's wrestler's mentality, isn't it? Everything. There's something behind everything.
No, you know what? But I think if he's going to try to put himself back out in the limelight, it's not going to be something that serious. I think it would be, maybe go get in a bar fight or get drunk in public or something, because you know how that goes. So,
yes.
But I think something that serious, I don't think he would pull that. I think if he wanted attention, just go get drunk somewhere. And
yeah, well, I'm hoping it's kind of, if that's indeed the case, I hope it's leaning more towards the Magic Johnson side of things, where it's controlled and he'll be okay. But what a bomb this week outside of football. What a bomb! I mean, I got breaking news next week that I can take my tooth out whenever I want. That's as far as it goes for me. We got to come up. You and I got to come up with a stunt for the end of the season or something.
There's so much I want a whole different kind of podcast I want to do, and I'm gonna do it one day.
Yeah. I want first dibs on it. I want first dibs.
It's gonna contain a lot of the MFers and MF and F and F and F and F and DF and effers and.
And that's for all the people on iTunes. You can't see your face when you're saying it. Tremendous. I'm just going to let you and Lacey cut loose one time on the network. And I'm going to say, this is not Football with Miss Paula, and hold on tight. That's going to be the name of that podcast. That might be our New Year's Eve week.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
If we get to that point.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk.
6 months, we'll know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I actually went on my calendar and marked that down the other day, by the way. I know you did, but I did.
Yeah.
I did. So
6 months or
less. Week 10, we both stunk the joint out.
Yes, but we're not the only ones, so.
We both stunk the joint out.
Mm-hmm.
What? Listen, week 10, here it is. I won 6, you won 5. I'm not even happy with that.
I know. Oh, here it is.
Let's move. Because I don't even want to talk about week 10. I want to get right to the fact that the freaking Panthers are undefeated.
Oh, my gosh. I know. And then, hold on. I have it all right here. The Panthers, and then the Bengals lost. But and then they're not undefeated anymore.
And then what's the cute guy?
Oh. Yeah.
Absolutely, Aaron Rodgers had the worst experience. I mean, 3 in a row now.
Okay. Well, hey, he's 3 in a row, and we're what, 5 in a row?
7.
See, I lost count a long time ago. I gave up.
7. I mean, I actually watched him finish that game, and when I saw him put his head on the field and just go, when that guy dropped the ball, I went, wow, that's a terrible ending. And then 3 hours later, I said the same thing as the Giants lost to that kick. I went, wow, that's a terrible ending.
Isn't that's
and
how
I said that
ended.
when Tampa ran around the end, when Winston, I went, wow, that's a terrible ending. So as much as I enjoy football, I'm glad last week was over.
I'll be glad when the season's over because this is just crap.
It's unbelievable. And then what? Oh, man, I forgot about what's his name. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. How Peyton Manning getting taken out of the game.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I thought I would be older and grayer, and Butchie would be in college before I ever heard a negative thing about Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I've read some of that stuff.
4 interceptions, and the coach sit down.
Mm-hmm. But he threw. He did the.
I mean, he's the all-time record holder.
Well, that's it. He broke the record and said, "No, I'm done." Coach said,
"Well,
no."
he needed 3 yards coming into this week. He needed 3 yards. He passed Brett Favre, which is going to be a long time before anybody comes close to those 2 guys.
Yeah.
But throws 4 interceptions, and the coach goes, "You got to sit."
Yeah. Well.
I think this is the final season of Peyton Manning.
Bye.
I think it's the final season. I hate to see him go out like that.
I'm not a Manning brother fans either. So.
Yeah, I just think the guys played such great ball, and it's just to see it just absolutely go from really great football to go take a seat. You can't play the game.
Yeah, yeah.
He's no RG3, but I can't stand seeing him on the bench.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we got the Patriots, the cheaters. Anybody checking their balls?
How about the? I can't answer that. I had an answer. I can't. The fact that they called our touchdown not a touchdown.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
It was the end of it. Yeah, clearly, Cruz is in the end zone, both feet with the ball.
Oh, I did see that. Yes, I did see that.
Was it. And then they call it no, and then that was the end of it. And
yes.
Literally with seconds on the clock, they kick it, and down we go.
I did see that. Yes.
Awful. Awful. Let's get into week 11.
All right.
Week 10, I'm going to have to join you and drink some of that Chinese tea because week 10 was upsetting.
I'll help your belly.
All right.
Maybe we should send some to our players.
We should. Matter of fact, we should box it up. If it helps, I'll send that lady to New Jersey.
Okay.
I'll drive her to make sure she gets there.
Send her to Dallas. Well, it's too late now. We'll have to send him for next season.
And then the kicker is, here I am saying all these things, but the Giants still lead the division.
Yeah.
They're still sitting pretty good, but they're not playing great football.
Nobody is, except for those cheaters.
Those cheaters.
Those
Those
cheaters.
damn Patriots.
Hey, do you see my buddy back here?
I noticed now you got the I'm watching it. I was gonna say if that thing started to move during the show, I was gonna quit.
You're out.
That's it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's go. Tonight we have the Titans and the Jaguars.
I'm going the Jags.
That's who I went with, the Jaguars. Jaguars pulled up a big game this past weekend too. Against the Ravens, they did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Rams and the Ravens.
I went with the Rams.
Ooh, okay. And here it is, Broncos, Bears.
Who'd you pick?
I went with the Broncos because I'm not a Jay Cutler guy.
I went with Broncos too.
Okay. Raiders, Lions.
I went with the Raiders.
Whoop, I went Lions. Okay. Colts, Falcons.
I went with the Falcons.
Okay, I went Falcons too. Chiefs, Chargers.
I went with the Chiefs.
I went Chiefs as well. 49ers, Seahawks. The tale of two quarterbacks that have just fallen from grace.
I went for that guy's team. Well, his ex-team.
I went for the the Billy Gunn. I went for the Seahawks too.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Redskins, Panthers.
I went for the Panthers.
Well, I hate to say this, but I'm going Panthers.
Okay.
Only because I can never go for the Skins. But there's shenanigans. I'm going to find out what it is with the Panthers. If I have to go to Carolina, if I have to take the Build-A-Mine experience to Carolina, I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, this football season, bunch of shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans. Hashtag shenanigans across the board this week on Football with Miss Paula. The Cowboys and the Dolphins.
Cowboys.
I gotta be honest with you. I went with the Dolphins.
I'm sure you did, but that's okay. Remember, I
went with the Dolphins.
You
backed me, and you backed my team, and you picked them. And I'm just looking at it across the board, and I'm like, I'm going to go on record as saying I don't think Romo's ready to come back.
I don't think he's going to come back either.
8 weeks, I think he's going to try super hard to make a point, which he should because he's a pro,
Right.
And I know he loves to play the game, but I think he's going to try so hard. And then I think the Dolphins have something to prove, and I don't see hey, next week we could be talking different, but I don't think Romo's going to make the whole game.
Yeah. No, I think he'll be for like the first quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And then he'll be out.
Yeah, either tired or just getting re-injured or something.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he doesn't. I don't want to see anybody injured, but that's just the way I see it.
Right.
Jets, Texans.
Texans.
I went with the Jets. Now the mighty Buccaneers against the Eagles.
The mighty Buccaneers.
I went with the mighty Buccaneers as well. I think he's going to find talking to Steve, the driver from the Build-A-Mine experience. Steve's a big Buccaneers fan, and that Winston, he's going to find his place. I
hope so.
I mean, he's having an interesting year, but by the end of this year, I think he's going to have it figured out.
He needs to learn how to give interviews too. His interviews.
Yeah, he's a little high school rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Apparently, they don't have media training in Tampa Bay.
No. Well, that's like somebody else. Your Ronda Rousey fight. She gave an interview afterwards, and we were like, "What did she just say?"
Right.
That was horrible.
Tremendous. All right. So all right. Now we're back to the meat and potatoes. The Packers and the Vikings.
Packers and the Vikings. We're Packers.
I went with the Packers too. The Vikings are leading the division of all things.
Yeah, Packers.
And then the Bengals and the Cardinals.
I went with the Cardinals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I went with the Bengals. Yep. Now, this is the game of the week. Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots Monday night.
I went with the Bills because I am not going with cheaters.
I went with the Bills too because, to me, that's like these teams when they play great teams. The Bills will always step up when they play like the Patriots or something like that. So it'll be an interesting week. I think there's going to be a lot of jobs on the line this week.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I think
I lost you. Hold on.
There you are.
Oh, I lost you. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
I see you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't need to.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people. It's funny to watch you. Technically, we've gotten so much better, and then we still stay the same.
Okay. You can still see me? Okay.
Yes, I have you.
All right.
Great response here going into Week 11 on the Realm Network. Everybody continue to hit Paula on her Twitter, please, at SOPP, SOPPPPAULA.
Yes.
Hit her with the questions. Send her some thoughts. Give us a topic you want to talk about, because we told you in the beginning it's Giants and Dallas all the way through, and now we're getting beat up from the feet up, and we're actually going to talk a little bit more football. But that's a busy week.
Yeah, and go ahead and give me ideas for my new podcast after 6 months.
Yeah, hey, we have a 6-month countdown, and everybody starts sending them in now. We're going to keep track of it. And I'm going to talk to Mark Ronick here on the Realm Network, and we're going to see if we can't get Paula going up and running. And then I said this weeks ago, I'm just going to be the sidekick on Paula's show sooner or later, and now we have a countdown to make it happen.
Not that I really need ideas for what I need to say and talk about, but you know.
A couple of years worth of stuff. You'll be good for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I will.
Go right to national radio.
Yeah. There's no bullshitting around.
That girl. That's the Paula I know. All right, listen. Have a great week.
You too.
Be safe. Feel better. Hope that holistic tea works. And let me know if you decide to make that trip to Miami. But either way, we'll talk football all weekend, you and me. And then we'll be back here on the Realm Network next Thursday.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Paul. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
All right. There it is. Another Thursday. And now we're getting deep. We're talking health and holistic Chinese medicine. And Lacey's running Periscope and everything else that's going on here. So things are picking up. The season's picking up. There's a lot to talk about. I love to talk football. So everybody out there, go to Twitter. Hit me up at Bill DeMott on Twitter. Give us some stuff you want us to talk about. This show airs Thursday afternoons. So give us some talk. We'll get back on the Periscope and keep it going. I'm Bill DeMott. This is the Bill DeMott Experience on the Realm Network. Do what you say what you mean what you do. I'm out.
VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. For just $4.95 a month, you get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule, The Swerve, and Shoot to Thrill, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumors and review current and Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken next. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.